there's a lot of variables going on. Well, what it does conclude really is that people putting their lives at risk for the representation of their name. And that obviously comes with a whole heap of pride, baggage, moral duty for themselves. And your life, even on a snapshot here, is one of like ups and downs and rounds and rounds, and 24 hours is a long time in your world.
But if it weren't for Graff, like, even certain ways I live my life, yeah, I used to do things before, I used to write, but even certain ways about, right, I'm going to go here, I'm going to do this, I'm going to go here, I'm going to raise this, or X, Y, Z, or I'm going to go here, I'm going to link this person, I'm going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I'll do it like that, It's like, it's giving me my confidence. Because I used to be very quiet. And then I've met certain older people, they've given me my confidence, and I've got it, And it's helped me in all aspects of my life, you know what I'm saying? People say it's this, it's that, like, even certain people saying, what do you want to write your name on stuff for? Like, what are you really the king of? You know what I'm saying? What are you the king of? Like, what are you writing your name in? It's like, it's more of a, it's like a self-gratification.
Killa Kela podcast. KillaKelaOfficial.com.
Street Culture TV.
Instagram UK Frontline.
Beatbox created.
Killa Kela.
And we're here to talk about world music and street culture.
Killa Kela podcast.
Right, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Killa Kela live and direct. Central London, or as central as you need to be, could be, choose to be. You don't want to be anywhere else, and serves you right if you are. Big shout out to all the sharers and carers, all the subscribers. Big up yourselves. That bells are ringing. Subscribers are happening. We love it. Okay, people, our sponsors, the mighty GK Nifty Heads, have 10,000 play to earn Graff Punk's NFTs to give away. Get ready as London's white trash goes blockchain digital with Bitcoin Cash tokens locked into them to claim. Get yourselves over to the website gkniftyheads.com and play to earn now. Inside the house we have a gentleman, a man of my golden era, you understand. SBWMB from East London to North Wheezy, the man himself. He goes by the name of Hotue. How are you, my brother?
I'm good, my friend. How are you?
I'm very well. It's been long overdue. I'm stoked you're here.
I know. There was a little mishap before last year, where I went to prison basically for raising, going out, making money, doing what a man's got to do.
Raising is part of the graffiti manual, isn't it?
Well,
Raising, getting up.
buying paint and that, but it's all like, that's where it come from, Don't buy your paint, go out and hit the line, get your dubs up, get all city if you can get there, start doing stuff on the line, like, that's it.
And that is a method and practice that becomes part of a lifestyle, and it can either sustain or escalate pretty quickly, can't it?
Exactly. I'm thinking about 2009, about 2010. Was painting a BR yard in Essex. I'm not going to say no names who with. He knows who he is. He's a friend of mine. But this is why you don't go to train depot, lagbo, drinking or high. We're in the yard, we're painting. Painting usually is a smash, TPG, I've come to that yard, smashed.
Why?
Yeah, smashed. One night we're in there, painted it loads of times. Painting, Powell's lagbo, painting, drinking beers, he slipped, smashed his head on the rail, all his paint's everywhere, like, he's at a legal wall or something, just like pick up your paint and that, saying, look, yellow high-vis, the SG's there, we need to cut. Smashed his head on the rail, I'm picking him up. Then I've tried to run out of the yard via the BR platform. All I see is the yellow high-vis and the BT's just coming, and red dot taser sight with a red dot taser sight. So they've got they've got the tasers out, but they can't really do nothing because they taser you, you're on tracks,
Yeah.
And for them to come on tracks, they've got to turn off all the electric. So I basically cut a long story short. Tried to run out the yard, couldn't run out the yard. Tried to say to him, "Come, we cut." If I would have cut out the yard and left him, I would have got away. Maybe 50-50 chance I could have got away. But where he's drunk, he's mash up. He's not going nowhere in a hurry, you know.
Whoa.
So when I ran out of the yard, I've seen BTs. I've had to run back into the yard. They're coming into the yard.
Yeah.
Then the other gate over the other layout, BTs are coming from there. They're coming from there. There's no way that they're opening gates. There's no way. So we've had to try and climb out the yard. We've climbed up on the roof.
Yeah.
So now we're on the roof for about 4 hours now. The fire brigade have come. And we made demands.
What?
We said, I swear to God now, I kid you not.
Wow.
Right? We made demands. I think my power, we tried to get someone to bring some more weed. Sitting on the roof. Waiting, fire brigade come up. Come up. Give us the cigarettes. I swear to God.
I can't cope
Give
with
us
this.
the cigarettes. We've rolled the cigarettes right up there. It's like, what are we going to do? And we're saying, don't even bother bringing police up here. We know we're getting nicked.
Yeah.
And we know where we're going. We're going jail. And then, in the end, it got boring, calmed down. Yeah, got nicked on that. And then, went jail about 2010 for, criminal damage, graffiti, graph.
Really? So that was...
Went to Chelmsford, but
Really?
they didn't, sorry to cut you up, they didn't look into all the criminal damage because done a lot of fronts in the yard, done bombing all the fronts, all the rest of it. But where the other guy was more prolific, and they found stuff, XYZ, I'm not going to say where, when they raided people's houses, you know, that's why you have to be very careful what you're posing with, you know?
Yeah.
If you're posing with like certain, how can I say it? If you're posing with like certain, if you're posing with weed, if you've got any pictures like that, you know, they see that and they think, well, this is criminal, like, he's painting trains,
Yeah.
and he's with weed plants, and he's persistent, prolific, he's a PPO,
Yeah.
lock him up.
Yeah.
And then went Chelmsford, only a couple months,
Really?
weren't long, but yeah.
What was it like in a pen?
Chelmsford was all right.
Yeah?
Chelmsford was all right, like, no problems there. Get Cannon Town boys there, Stratford boys there, Colchester boys there, Clapton boys there, all sorts of people there. So it was all right there. But and then after the graph, just escalated, just in and out.
Really?
Been jail about, I reckon about 13 times now.
13 times for
13
graph?
times, 13 times. No, first thing was for graph.
Yeah.
Obviously just trying to make money, you know?
Yeah.
And all of it is through various other people, but I'm not going to say no names.
Yeah.
You know, going out there with them, getting nicked, this, that, the other.
Yeah.
You know, got nicked. Can't remember it was one Christmas. Not going to say no names, I was with someone. It's hard to make money. No one done nothing really bad. They just lent something, got money, good for them. But they didn't cut out of the area, and it was kind of near Central. They didn't cut when they cut. They got heroed, still got away.
Really?
Then I was the only one that got nicked. Robbery squad had come. The writer that I'm with is there. He was willing to get nicked. In all fairness, I see him, and he was willing to get nicked. And I just said to him when he come out of the shadows, I just said, just go. You may as well just cut.
Yeah.
And then I'm saying, what's the description of the robbery? Because it weren't a robbery. It was a lien, you know? It's like a simple going in a shop, distraction, theft. You do X, Y, Z. Excuse me, how much is the tobacco? Can you get me, how much is that tobacco? Or how much of them B&H blues? And then they turn around, slide the thing, and then you're over, up and over, and jobs are good and in and out. And then, and then I got a letter, slipped under my cell, you're going home.
Really?
But when I went to Hammersmith Madge, I actually asked the officer in my case, I didn't even know he was an officer for the cigarette. And he said, oh, it's you. And I said, it wasn't even me that done it. And even my barrister, my solicitor at the time, said, this type of charge that you're trying to put on my client is it's out of character for him, you know? And then, went back to Hammersmith Madge, got remanded for a bit in Scrubs. Been there a few times already, so I knew what to expect. And then, one sunny day before Carnival, I think 217 it might have been, one sunny day, you're going home. Sitting in a holding cell, the man's going, where you going? I'm saying, I'm going home, and I'm thinking, it's carnival.
How old are you, if you don't mind me asking, brother?
34.
34. 34 years, arguably 15 years, 16 years of habitual raising and
That's it.
yeah. How's it feel when I say that to you?
It's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've worked,
Yeah, of course.
but you see, when you work, you still have to wait for the money. I've been a labourer, and I've worked, yeah? And then one day, I didn't turn up to steel toe caps. You know what the agency?
Oh,
the
shit.
agency had taken their cut off. The agency had taken their cut off. The guy whose site is taking
right.
something off. So he was talking to all the labourers, like shit, speaking to them like they're mugs. You know, sweep up boy and all that. It's like, sweep up boy. All right. I said, I didn't turn up in steel toe caps for one day. Whole steel container full of steel toe caps. Said to the boss, can I borrow some steel toe caps? You're not getting no wages. I'm laying you off. And he kept on doing this to labourers. So all the labourers on the site are doing this with the copper elbows, big fat copper elbows. Yeah, I'll have that, I'll have that, I'll have that. So I'm not going to say what we did, me and the other guy that got laid off, but at the end of the day, we got our wages. Laid us off site, but
Go wages in
got
the
our
end,
wages in
just
the
in
end.
other ethical ways.
But it's not always the right thing to do,
Yeah.
but people have got to do what they've got to do.
Yeah.
I'm not snatching no one's handbags out here or nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? There's certain people that are doing, they don't care what they do, you know what I'm saying? There's people drumming people's houses, doing that. These big companies have got money, but where there's a will, there's a way. Just got to see it through, just got to get through sometimes, you know?
With coming out of jail, the number of times you have, I guess there has to be some sort of protocol in landing back into civilization. You know, you ain't got a handout. It's not like people are going to give you money to set yourself up. You've got to find it's almost like you're swimming upstream with no money.
Literally. This is what they do when you come out of prison. You come out of prison, they give you £80 release money, and if you've done more than a year,
Yeah.
then your housing benefit's getting locked off, or your job or whatever's getting
that's
locked
right.
off. So you're doing X amount of time, then sorry mate,
Yeah.
you've lost your property, you lost that. So you get your £80
Yeah.
from HMP, whatever,
Yeah.
Her Majesty's Prison, your little duffel bag and a tent, and they say, there you go, back into society.
Yeah.
Most of these people, there's people with mad mental health
Yeah.
that they've put me in cells with. I've even been Pentaville from young, when I was like 21, 22. I'm in the Ville, and Pentaville is one of the worst places going. You feel like you're gonna die in there.
Oh,
yeah?
fuck! I don't know where to begin. Okay. Yeah.
And I see a man in scrubs. I'm telling you, he's on his last breaths. The guy's in a wheelchair, and he's got a big canister of gas on him, you know?
Yeah.
You see, man, his
Oh, yeah, I know
his
the
leg
guys,
missing
yeah,
and
yeah.
that. Like, a man with mad mental
Yeah.
health.
Yeah.
Guy's smashing stuff, smashing the perspex, the observation panel,
Yeah.
smashing that up. And the guys in scrubs ain't got a clue what they're doing.
No.
Scrubs is a little kid's prison. Wandsworth is a man's prison.
Right.
Yeah? All the rest of them, like, they don't know how to deal with things, you know? There's certain people that should be sectioned in that, but, well, that's what they do. If you haven't got a house or something, they've got courses and that in there. In B-Cats, they've got courses, but it's not very good, you know? And then, if you behave, get your C-Cat, might go higher down, you might go Brixton, you might go, God knows, wherever they ship you. They'll ship you there, then you might get bricklaying, bike shop, workshop, or you might get a cleaning job or all that, but Scrubs is 23-hour banger. Most B-Cats are. But yeah, it does mess up your life a bit, but I always keep in contact with my landlords and that, and just bounce back and just get back on my feet, you know?
Yeah. It's always good to have good landlords, for real.
That's it.
Very hard to.
That's it.
When did the graffiti bug start for you?
It must have started a little bit before 2009. So my cousin used to write. I used to go down to a place in Thurrock in Grays, Lakeside. There's a big long seawall there. And my cousin and this other guy used to go down there. They say, come Thurrock, like we take the air rifles there. There's rabbits and that there. couple of his pals would take air rifles. They'd go with paint, take his air rifle as well. Don't really do sea fishing, that's dead. So it's just paint, air rifles. It's just watch them not do outlines, watch them not do infills and that.
Wow.
They bought a couple on the run pens and then, yeah, just...
What did he
started
used to
doing
write? What did
outline.
he used to write? Can you give away what he used to write?
What did I used to write? I can't really... I could say I've had a few tags, but if I say that now,
Yeah.
that will just...
Wash it. What about your brother then? So he what did he write?
My cousin.
Cousin, what did he write?
He wrote... What did he write? He's wrote a few things. He's wrote... What did he write? Too far or something.
Okay.
But he used to spell it differently. Used to be like... It sounded like too far, but he used to spell it T-H-O... Was it T-H-O... What was it? I'm trying to remember how he spelt it now.
T-H-O-F.
Basically, it was too far. It sounded like too far, but he used to spell it too far. So it was T-H-O-F-A-R, I think.
Right, okay.
Or something like that.
Nice.
Used to write a few things. Used to write a few things, but where he's got his own business and that, you know, he's painted BR yard and that, you know. But where his mate in and out of prison for graff,
Yeah.
and then I'm rolling with him,
Yeah.
and then I'm going down the same route as him.
Yeah.
He's thinking, I don't want my cousin with this guy.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
I don't want him going down that road.
Right.
So from there, just still speak to them, still call with them. But at the end of the day, in a graph game, to go out and paint tubes, BRs, XYZ, whatever you want to do, it's a very big risk.
Yeah.
You run a very big risk. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
People have died in yard, all sorts of things have happened. You know.
But
I'm not
also,
gonna say no names.
it's also magnifying in a direction of yourself where if you was doing something, you know, extracurricular in making your money, the graph kind of hots it up a bit more, doesn't it?
It does and it don't. It's like people used to say to me years ago when I was younger, like, there's a reason why certain writers or older people say, you know what, I don't want you going there, I don't want you going that yard, I don't want you going there, I don't want you going that yard, I don't want you going that plot. Because it then becomes, put more sensors, more cameras, more security there, you know, and I never really used to understand it. Like, people used to try and say to some of us younger lot, you lot are hotting up the yards and all this, and we used to take it offensively and think like, what are you lot on? We're hotting up yards. We can paint yard as well, and that's it. We're gonna paint yard as well, whether you like it or not. We're painting yard, you know, but not to a degree where we're hotting it up. But I don't go yard high out my head or lagbo, you know. I know what I'm doing in yard, you know.
And this is all retrospect as well. We're talking in past tense here. You know, it's a nice little story that happened a long time ago. You know, don't try any of this shit. It's home. It's not your business. Just enjoying a nice little story. Scary, bruv. What about near death with trains themselves?
Yeah, nearly.
No, maybe not.
Even on the Jubilee line. We was on a Jubilee line years ago. Me, about 3 other people.
Yeah.
They know who they are. Just doing a trackside.
Yeah.
Chilton's come by now. Bags have got caught or something, and it's, you know what I'm saying. You got them other tracks in the Harrow World. You got the Fast Virgin tracks.
And they just go flying past.
And they go. We've run over to do something, you know. And it's like some of the trains you can't hear them. I've been on other BR tracks and it's like a ghost train sort of thing. I think they call it. Like, you cannot hear it. You can't hear it, you know. And people go, well, how can people get run over and that? Like, you just. I've had BRs got creeping up behind me, you know. And the driver hasn't seen. He's not even looking. He's paying attention to looking, you know.
The shit's dangerous, boy. Like, if you, like you say, a lot of them, you just hear the whoosh.
It's scary.
That shit's scary.
Scary.
Don't try this at home. It's a nice little story. It ain't built for you. It's not made for you, my friend. This is some nice stories that have just been dug up from the archives of Hotue. Talking about your cousin and how he spelt his name, Hotue. I don't even know if I say it right. I mean, it's a very distinctive look, very distinctive set of letters.
Do you know where I got that idea for the tag?
Go for it.
Someone tried to say to me, you got it from Hotue. Hotue's got one thing in London Handstyles. He's got a few reaches in Scrubs.
Right.
But it wasn't even Hotue I got it from. I went to write something. I used to spell it a different way. I used to write it Hot You. It's just like a slang word for like, I don't like what someone done,
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull them for that,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
got you.
So I thought, you know what? I'm from East London. Let's think of something new. So I put that together, and then I see other people spelling a few other things. I got it from Intu's, the way he spells it. I even said that to him when I see him. I said, yeah, I want to spell it a different way, and I've done it like that. And he didn't mind, and he was all right with it, you know. But some people get upset, you know. Some people, like a lot of things get said about people behind their back. They're this, they're that. But when they're there in the flesh, people don't want to say nothing.
Yeah, I understand to the most part why that is present in the culture. There's a lot of variables going on. But what it does conclude really is that people putting their lives at risk for the representation of their name. And that obviously comes with a whole heap of pride, you know, baggage, moral duty for themselves. And your life, even on a snapshot here, is one of like ups and downs and rounds and rounds, and you know, 24 hours is a long time in your world.
But if it weren't for Graff, like even certain ways I live my life, yeah, I used to do things before. I used to write, but even certain ways about I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna raise this, or X, Y, Z. Or I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna link this person, I'm gonna kill two birds with one stone, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. I'll do it like that, you know? It's like, it's giving me my confidence. Because I used to be very quiet. And then I've met certain older people, they've given me my confidence, and I've got it, you know? And it's helped me in all aspects of my life, you know what I'm saying? People say it's this, it's that, like, even certain people saying, what do you want to write your name on stuff for? Like, what are you really the king of? You know what I'm saying? What are you the king of? Like, what are you writing your name in? It's like, it's more of a, it's like a self-gratification. Certain people don't understand it, you know? It's not all this stuff where when people are bombing the side of houses and things like that. People don't do things like, if something's battered, it's gonna get bombed, you know? But it's like a hand style. If you look at the way certain people write things or do something, that's individual. And you know how the BTs go on now. Like you got the old BT. I don't know if he's still about that. Colin Sazel.
Yeah.
He's talking about people, Brits going abroad and painting, because people are going abroad and thinking, you know what, I'm abroad. Like I'm gonna write my word. It's allowed. And BTP ain't stupid. And they're looking at it and they're going, yeah, we know who that is. People change their word. We know whose style that is. We know that Colin Sazel, he's onto it. He's done one of my pals' cases, a couple of my pals' cases from Essex. And he's saying, yeah, like, we know that's you, that's painted Cockfosters Yard or whatever yard, but you know what we're going to do? We're going to save that for a rainy day. That's what they said to the man.
Really?
We're going to save that for a rainy day. We know it's you, but we save it for a rainy day, you know?
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Moving like that.
Because people seem to think like they're not with it or they've disbanded, and you got people putting all this stuff on Insta, and it's still damage at the end of the day. So look at it, and you think, yeah, or you got people putting too much stuff out there, and they're not realizing, or you're getting people basically making without permission or without bringing them in. You're getting people taking a picture, for example, yeah, and then they're putting it in a gallery, and it's like, hold on a minute, that's his picture, and they're making money from it, or they put something in a book, and they're making money from it, and it's like, I never knew that was in there. They didn't ask us to put that in there, you know, and it's causes upset. It makes people upset.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on the climate of Graff at the moment?
At the moment, like, do you know what? It's just like, for instance, like, so I'll say, so like graffitism, yeah, you got.
Oh, you got one there, cool. Yeah.
You got graffitism, yeah. Yeah. So, like, who's outlining this? Look, even let's have a look at outlines in here, yeah. Let's have a look at something old in here.
Now we're taking it back to like
let's have a
your
look,
era of like maybe mid-noughties, right?
Let's have a look. You got. What iron is that? Let's have a little look. Let's have a little look. They've got more London things.
Yeah, there's a bunch of things in it. These magazines used to. Yeah.
Right,
Kill it.
let's have a look at this. Right, you got. Who have you got here?
Yeah, you got
Yeah,
Few.
you got a couple of these DDS.
Teach.
You got Few and Teach and that. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you got like all this old school, like kind of old, semi-old
Yeah.
school stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, show you. Boom.
And then let's have a look. Let's have a look at something new.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at something new. Some new outlines.
Yeah.
And then it's like.
Crazy.
Then it's like.
Man, it's mad, isn't it? Looking at some of these old school. Wow, what
You know
era.
what? They got some old stuff in this front line as well. Like even this, yeah.
Yeah, frontline, big
These
up
are
frontline.
old dubs, yeah. So whose dubs are these? Yeah.
Bones, Ditto,
Like
Meth.
who's it from?
Yeah.
Puke and that. Like
Yeah,
even
yeah.
these old school letters, yeah.
Yeah. So,
The old school letters.
pixelation. There
Yeah.
you go.
Then let me find something new school.
Yeah.
Because like that, it's got its own
Distinct
style.
Yeah.
And then you got stuff that's newer, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, let's find something a bit newer, if it's in here. Like,
Yeah.
or like.
Are you
Like
saying
even this, like I'm not mocking no one's style. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not mugging no one off, but even like, it's all samey, you know? It's like,
Yeah.
it's all very samey.
Okay.
Like, the guy's done a lot on that, but it's all,
Yeah, okay.
like, it's not that particular person, you know? I don't want people taking it offensively, but it's like even this, look at the stuff, it's all
Yeah.
kind of very samey.
Yeah,
if
got
you
you.
get what I'm saying.
So what you're saying is that in terms of advancing stylistically or like in a direction of progress,
Like
you
if-
you
like-
feel it's not progressing?
Like even this, it's just, it's like I do basic letters. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong. My letters are not great, but it's my style.
Yeah.
But it's just nowadays, like it's not really like if there's a dub riding on the line. Say there's a dub that's been there, I don't know, 5 years. Like, what's a decade? What's not?
Yeah,
Trying
10
to
years.
think. Like, what's a decade?
10 years, yeah.
Yeah. So if something's been there 5 years,
Yeah.
just leave it alone.
Yeah.
Even if it is just a chrome or something. Nowadays, someone will just see something like, oh, I'm blowing that out, taking it out. And it's like, people have done it to me, you know, and people forget that it causes, like, it causes drama, like, it causes drama. Someone's going to see someone, but it's never fair at the time. Someone sees someone, it's happened to me myself. I can say it's happened to me. Like, I've been hit from behind, don't see the person again. It's like, when these people have got a problem, they're not going to come up and say, do you know what, I'll offer you out, and we sort it out now. It's crack, hit you from behind, you got banged, That's all you hear. When someone's nose gets bust or something, oh, you got banged, but hold on a minute, you done it from behind. And you had a bag of guys with you, so, you know, it's just, I don't know, it's just, it's even...
It's traumatic, isn't it?
Even, I'm not going to say no names, even certain older people have had their day, and they've had their day, that's the wrong word, like, they've had problems, and then older people have said, you know what, you two are gonna have it out, you two are gonna fight now, whoever wins, loses, shake hands, and just leave it, you know? But it's like...
That's happened before.
It's happened before.
Really?
It's happened before, I swear to God, but now it don't really happen. It's someone will punch someone, they'll line someone, and they'll stop writing, or they'll put stuff on the internet, or they'll just talk nonsense, you know?
Yeah.
No one really questions it anymore. It's just like someone's this, someone's that. Like even certain plots, it's people like, it's said for a reason, innit? People are saying like, even me with a graph, people might be like, he's in this, he's in that. People can go around and they can ask, and people will verify that. Say, yeah, he's that, yeah, he's got says. People have put me in things before, and I've put it up. And then someone's gone, do you know what? I'm not happy with that, or I don't really like that. And then I stop putting it up. And someone's gone, why'd you stop putting it up? And then things have changed and saying, no, I don't mind you putting it up now. And it's like, kind of, you know, it's just...
Yeah. It's salty. It's salty.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I get you. It kind of kills the vibe. It kills the energy and wanting to
People are
do it.
putting stuff up, they're not...
Yeah.
May not necessarily be in, because you have to have says from the right person, you know. People have said to me all day long, like, people say to someone, I'm not going to say what crews, you can put this up. Or, you're rolling with us today, you can put this up.
Yeah.
But it may not necessarily be true. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
not. The person is associated with it, but how many of them have got saves in it? Has that person got saves? You know?
Yeah, it's complicated. It's political.
People don't realise that. People put things up on that, or they go over people. I've had people try and fucking come up to me over dubs at Hall of Fames and that, and they've got more than one dubs there, and they're trying to have me over and that. You took me out, and that. You know what I'm saying? And then certain times,
Yeah.
the guy's bigger than you or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I've heard stories about certain people, and I know they don't fight fair.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've had to draw for bottles and that sometimes, but it's not. It's just one of them things. It's just some people have got sometimes the graph gives them. They've got a bit too big of an ego for who they are and what they do. Like
Right.
you look at them like, don't really look at them, but you're like, they've done this, they've done that. I'll take my hat off to some of them, and I'll give them the respect where it's due. But certain other people, it's like, what have they done? What have they done? Like, you know, certain things I couldn't do because of the in and out, being on license, going to prison. So I like to paint tubes. So I like to paint tubes a lot more. There's many more yards I want to do in that, but like, it's just, you can't always do it. You know, just messes up your life. You know, you can't always. Sometimes you have to do other things. You can't just graph. It comes up where it slows down.
Do you think anything you regret up to this stage in your vibrant career and life? Is there anything that you kind of regret?
Not really.
Oh,
Nah.
you're in the right place at the right time for all the right reasons in your
Yeah.
mind all the time.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Life is that, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah. It's rare to find people at peace with it.
It's not like, it's not the rawness has gone a bit out of it, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
I feel that.
it's like certain people see him, it's like now, you see someone at a Hall of Fame or something, you say, oh, what'd you write then? I don't write. I've got a bag of paint with you. I haven't come up to you, agged you up, I've just said, what do you write? I'll tell you what I write. They want to know what someone else writes, but they don't want to tell you what they write.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Really?
There's loads of people. Look, people who say they don't write, and they do. And people have been doing it for years. Say, I don't write. Nah, I don't write. But I've seen them before here. Or the other stupid one, where you're at Hall of Fame, doing an outline. Someone can see the outline and they go, I've had it before, people just being stupid, going, oh, is that you? Is that you? Like, and it's like, you think they're trying to take the piss. It's like, you can see my outline now. Can you just leave me to paint? Because when you paint, you paint, even if you paint a wall, like, you must have painted before, tried it out. When you do something, you're in the zone, you know. It locks everything off, and you just put your all in it.
Yeah,
you don't want someone keep tapping you on the shoulder or in your ear, like, is this you?
Yeah.
Is that, you know? Like, even there was just illegal. I go there, I'm a bomber. I'm not taking no banging pieces out. Like, if it's a banging piece, like, if it's a decent thing, decent letters and that, I'm gonna leave it. I've taken things out of Hall of Fame. You got to get better. You got to start from somewhere. The man's coming over. He's not even a writer. Oh, you have to email me to paint this. Some boards in Old Street. Yeah. Like, certain people. You even had to say to him, like, well, we're painting. Just paint. You know, it's just.
That's some madness. I've never heard that before. Wow. Wow, they're moving like that over there. That's very strange.
Because they want the
Database.
They want the arty type of person. It's like even a thing where people come to Hall of Fames and they take pictures, but they're not asking permission, you know. And then they realise after a while, like, you say to someone many times, "Can you stop taking pictures, please? Show me what you've got." I've had to stop people and say, "Show me what pictures you've got, because I don't want you putting that out there." Or, yeah, that's fine. You can have a picture of that. And certain people's cameras have got taken, and it's like, he told you to stop taking pictures. Stop taking pictures. And they're still doing it. You're still doing it. You're still doing it, still doing it. And some people just get the ump and they just think, you know what, I'm not having this. Just take the camera.
Yeah. It is, isn't it? Different landscape now, ain't it? Whole different world. I spoke about this the other day, and it's kind of normalised now in the public eye of seeing graph in a different way. I'm not sure whether it's good or bad, but the sting, the aggressiveness that we love about it, about graph. You know, we don't want that to end.
It's just like, it's like you can do legal graph. People can do legal graph, but anyone that tells you that does graph will say, yeah, all right, I'll go do illegal, but it's not the same as going yard and painting, you know.
Crazy graph story. Let's get one more out of you before we bounce. Give me one crazy graph story, my brother.
Crazy graph story. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, no. There's cats at this archive.
It's not really a graph story, but I'll give you a crazy. It's not really crazy, but it's more of a like one of them ones.
All
Like,
right. Reality.
it was in a certain part of West End. Went to go and make some money.
Yeah.
And I see a wallet on the floor, and I see a man sitting there, and I thought, and I'm standing there. Then I waited for the guy to get up. Guy's got up. I've looked again. I thought, oh my God, I just see all notes on the floor.
Really?
I swear to God now, I just scoop the money up and I'll just run.
All right, really?
Yeah.
That's some crazy. What? How much did it come
There's
to?
about 2 bills there on the floor.
Stop it.
2 bills on the floor. I swear to God.
Are you, what?
And I was just gonna get the wallet, but it's not the right thing to do. But
No.
when you see that opportunity and it's there, weren't no robbery.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
opportunity.
So you left
thing.
the wallet but took the cash.
Yeah. It was on the floor.
Yeah, I get
It was
you.
on the
Yeah,
floor.
yeah,
I see it
yeah.
in a bundle on the
After
floor.
a while,
like
it's
that,
like, how
know?
do you prove it anyway?
And it's like things like that. I know it's wrong, but things like gonna
Yeah,
take it.
What?
Anyone's gonna take it.
That's
But
crazy.
I've done the right thing before when I've seen someone. People have done it for me before. I've dropped scores on the floor, on the bus. That's my last score. And someone's gone, oh, excuse me, you've dropped your money. And I can see people, I could feel people looking. I thought, do you know what? Thank you for that. That was my last
Really?
score. Do you know what I'm saying?
Really?
Even I've done it before, but.
Well, you say you've told like
I've
you,
given people
like
money
an
back.
old granny or
I've,
something.
I've given people money back before when they've dropped it, you know?
Yeah.
You know what? When people ain't got money, people do mad things when they ain't got money, you know?
Well, yeah. I mean, this is just the really struggle that's out there, especially nowadays. Like the way 2025's going at the moment for some people. Man, you just got to hold your own. Like, look after your pennies, look after your pounds.
I know, but everything's getting expensive in London. Rent's
Yeah.
going up.
Yeah,
Rent's going up.
yeah.
This is going up.
What's your take on that from an artistic?
What do they call it? Cost of living crisis.
Yeah,
If you go on the internet and that and you see what some of these people are doing in shops. Like, there's raising and there's taking straight liberties. Like, there's people going in there with baskets, yeah? It's going in there, baskets, like, blasé about it. Like, it's nothing. This is taking stuff, like, and it's like, people jumping over counter, and it's like, do you really need to do that? Like, there's ways of doing it discreetly, you know? There's raising, there's just blatantly, when you see some of these people, what they're just doing it in front, like, people have done things in front of workers, but it's just like, when you see what some of these people are doing, it's like, no wonder why it's hot out there, you know? There's,
yeah.
you get stordies and that, like, you get even these plastics, they're not even police, even around here.
Right.
Like, they've got cuffs and that, you know? It's
Yeah,
just
yeah. Mad. Yeah, I've seen
define
it.
define a citizen's arrest, you know?
Yeah.
Anyone can do that. I
Yeah.
could go and citizen's arrest someone and pat them down,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? But it's just,
There's certainly a lot of heroes out there.
it's a bit negative, but
That's life right now in 2025.
something's got to be more positive on the horizon for everyone, you know?
Yeah, and that's all we're looking for, innit, brother?
Bigger and better things.
Hotue, it's been a pleasure having you on, and
there you go.
yeah, it's been worth the wait. You know what I mean? Fashionably late, but worth the wait. Yo, Killa Kela podcast out like it was out of fashion, all right? Remember, crime don't pay, neither did they. These are nice little stories. Don't do anything we're talking about. Look after yourselves and stay lucky, people. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Nice one, Hotue.
Take care. I'm
Peace.
gone.